not at me but at Sloan, and at himself for not checking the footage earlier. "Miss Miller," he said coldly, "you are hereby disqualified from the national placement exams. Your scores from this year and the next 2 years are voided. You will be reported to the Academic Integrity Board for investigation." Sloan burst into tears. Real tears this time, not the fake ones she'd been using to manipulate the crowd. "You can't do that. My father is a lawyer. He'll sue you. He'll sue all of you." My grandfather chuckled. It was a dry, raspy sound. "Sweetheart, I've been sued by the federal government. Twice. I won both times. Your daddy's going to need more than a law degree to scare me," the intercom announced. "The gates will close in 1 minute." I looked at my father. "Dad, I still don't have a permit." "Even if we proved she stole it," my father smiled. It was the first time I'd seen him smile all day, and it was terrifying. "Don't worry about that, sweetheart." He reached into his leather jacket and pulled out a laminated card. "Your grandfather called me as soon as you called him. While I was driving here, I made a few calls of my own." He handed me the card. It was a temporary exam permit issued by the State Department of Education, valid for today only. The photo was mine. The name was mine. And the signature at the bottom belonged to the deputy commissioner herself. "How?" I started. "Turns out," my father said casually, "the deputy commissioner's nephew owed me a favor from back in the day. He's out of prison now, got a good job, wanted to show his gratitude. I didn't ask what kind of favor. I didn't want to know." "The gates will close in 30 seconds. I grabbed my father in a hug, then my mother, then my grandfather. Then I ran. I ran past Sloan, who was sobbing on the ground. I ran past Zach, who was being lectured by Trudy in a voice that suggested he'd be doing community service for the next year. I ran past Inspector Layton, who wouldn't meet my eyes. I ran past the security captain, who was trying to disappear into his own collar. I ran through the gates as they began to close, squeezing through the gap with seconds to spare. Behind me, I heard my mother's voice, loud and clear. "That's my girl." Chapter 7. The exam lasted 6 hours. I sat in a small, sterile room with 50 other students, all of us hunched over our desks, pencils scratching against paper. The questions were hard, harder than any practice test I'd taken. But I'd been preparing for this my whole life. Every late night, every early morning, every sacrificed weekend had led to this moment. I thought about Outlaw Ridge, about the 38 families who had pooled their money to send me to the city, about the grandmothers who had knitted me sweaters for the winter, the uncles who had repaired my textbooks when they fell apart, the children who had drawn me good luck cards with crayons. I thought about my father, sitting on a porch with a meat cleaver when I was 5, protecting my right to a lollipop.